And if I'm controller, I'm going to reach out and we're going to get organizers and community activists, and we're going to make that controller's office a real launch pad for sustaining discussions, for evaluation, for review, for audits, and then maybe we'll deputize hundreds of people as deputy auditors, you know, and go out and let's work on where are the crossing guards now, where should they be later. Let's map out things and really work on all sorts of issues. And I feel that the city doesn't have really easy places to grab onto to really help. You know, controller, you know, things are out of control. Mm-hmm. You know, so we need the controller's office to be a place that citizens can get a grip on the city. And that means getting a grip on the schools, and getting a grip on the parks, you know, getting a grip on neighborhoods and city government. So, you know, I see this as a way to make the controller's office, you know, and people go into Grand Street and there's this sign on the door, nobody ever goes in, nobody ever goes out. You know, there's only 20 employees there. But, you know, and we already have oversight. You know, there's Act 47 over here, and we got the ICA overlords here. You know, so lots of people from Harrisburg and Oldon are watching these budgets. But as they do that, I'm afraid that the citizens are losing control of the city. And so I will make the controller's office very much an open office. We need a new philosophy as far as open source. We'll have access to records. We'll have access to meetings. We'll discuss things in length.
Well, isn't that available now?
Well, the controller's office does very little. You know, they might do some bean conning. They might do some number crunching. The controller that was there now mentioned he would tax the Cathedral of Learning, and if the Cathedral of Learning was taxed, everybody's tax bill would go down. You know, somewhat ridiculous things. And I think we need to have better organized places where people can come and really get involved and make an impact on our city.
So do you feel that nonprofits don't have a responsibility?
Oh, no, nonprofits certainly have a responsibility, but we need to discuss that. And but then it's like it's all cloaked in secrecy, that we don't know how many nonprofits are really at the table and how much they're given. You know, so that doesn't work for me. You know, if nonprofits are going to make a donation, sign the check and put it out in the open. Okay. And if we're going to start counting on $5 million one year and $3 million the next year, you know, why? You know, let's. I don't want to be begging to the nonprofits. You know, I don't want to be begging to Harrisburg, and I want us to figure out ways that we can pull our own weight and make sure that, you know, Pittsburgh becomes a viable place, so that in, you know, 10 years or 20 years again, you know, our children will, you know, love us for us, and we'll be out of this terrible mess.
Are you trying to say there's just one color blue, just one way to love, and that's the way you do? Are you trying to say we gotta just be friends with a hug and a handshake? Oh, that's the end. If that's what you think, baby, think again. Are you trying to say that this cannot be right? With one little kiss we gotta say goodnight. Are you trying to say I'm turned outside in, confused, deluded, and drowned in sin? Well, if that's what you think, baby, think again. If you think this is a phase that I will soon outgrow, if you think it's just a wild hair, then you don't know. If you think this is a dream and not the truth I'm in, if that's what you think, baby, think again.
What works for me is freedom and liberty, and that works for everybody, and it's worked for America for hundreds of years. Since, you know, the days of Ben Franklin and Thomas Jefferson, you know, we've had this American style of government that says, you know, allow people to be free, and they will be able to better themselves, and they'll find what works for them.
If you think this is a phase that I will soon outgrow, if you think it's just a wild hair, then you don't know. If you think this is a dream and not the truth I'm in, if that's what you think, baby, think again. just one way to get there, and that's get there nice. Well, I don't need your dogma and your creed is thin. Where your truth drops off, mine begins. If that's what you think, baby, think again. If you think this is a phase that I will soon outgrow, if you think it's just a wild hair and you don't know, if you think this is a dream and not the truth I'm in, if that's what you think, baby, think again. If that's what you think, baby, think again. Oh, if that's what you think, baby, think again. Oh, baby.
The theme song for the elect.rauterkus.com campaign is from my friend Amy Carroll Webb. It's called Think Again. As a region, city, and as voters, I'm hoping we can put our brains into high gear. Let's choose to advance excellent solutions. I hope to earn your continued support as we ponder the issues that impact our public lives. I'm Mark Rauterkus of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Enjoy the song. Embrace its message.
Are you trying to say there's just one color blue? Just one way to love, and that's the way you do. Are you trying to say we gotta just be friends with a hug and a handshake? Oh, that's the end. If that's what you think, baby, think again. Are you trying to say that this cannot be right? With one little kiss we gotta say goodnight. Are you trying to say I'm turned outside in, confused, deluded, and drowned to one color blue? Just one way to love, and that's the way you do. Are you trying to say we gotta just be friends with a hug and a handshake? Oh, that's